Right, hey there everyone. So today, as you can see, we have two very special grinders over here. We have the CF64V and we have the DF64V. So you know what this means? It's time for a grinder face-off. Now, I'm going to simplify this episode. We're going to be simplifying it to three different factors to determine, well, to just compare both the grinders. The three factors that I've chosen are maintenance, how easy it is to do maintenance for the respective grinders, the grind set scale, whether grinding it at the same set scale for both these 64mm grinders, and for example, like at 15 for each of them, would churn out the grinds that I want, whether they are fine enough for espresso. Today we're going to be focusing on espresso for these two grinders, and how much grind retention there is, or how likely is there going to be grind retention for each of these grinders. Last but not least, we're going to be testing the espresso, how it channels out from my 2-spout portafilter. For the base of this experiment, there are going to be a few constant variables, okay? So the few constants are, both of them are fitted with DLC Burrs. Yes, I've fitted this back with the DLC Burr. Secondly, we're going to be using the same beans for both of them. They're both Colombian, same roast dates, same roast type, same origin as well. Next, for the espresso, we're going to be using the Gemini 3007L for both of them, and we're going to be pouring into these two cups over here, okay? So without further ado, let's start off with the first factor, maintenance. Right, now when I go through maintenance, yes, as you've seen in our YouTube channel, there are different maintenance videos done for both of these grinders. Now, the one factor that I want to look at is the simple maintenance that you do daily when you're dealing with these grinders. And what I mean by that is your grinder hygiene. Now, for the DF64V and the many other grinders before, I've always emphasized on doing a 3-second shoot swipe. So what does that mean? So we have the pin brush, right? Swipe it out. And in fact, it's easier if you just do this. And for the outlet piece over here, just try to rub it against the ionizer probes, okay? And you're done. Then when you're grinding, we always emphasize on the use of the bellow to pump out any residue or grinds that are stuck inside the chute. Usually you won't have much because of the anion generators in both of them. For the CF64V, a new attachment is here, okay? So yeah, maybe use the brush to just clean off any residue that's coating the ionizer probes. Residue as in like your coffee grind residues. You're definitely not going to be having in your coffee. And usually when you're grinding, what we emphasize is the bellow, and then we use the knocker. The knocker is a brand new feature that's been introduced with the CF64V, which has come in very, very helpful in terms of reducing grind retention. I don't have to do the 3-second swipe up the chute as often as I would with the rest of the grinders over here because of the knocker. So that's one thing that's great about the CF64V. For the DF64V, like I mentioned, like I demonstrated just now, there is a detachable chute, a detachable magnetic chute, which makes it a lot easier for you to do the cleaning. For a 3-second chute swipe and a brush against the ionizer probes, which these bristles are long enough to actually reach. I wouldn't go into detail on the extensive maintenance. On average, we'd recommend doing extensive chute cleaning probably every 1.5 months, just to prevent any clogging of the grinder with residue building up in the burr chambers. Okay. So for maintenance wise, I would say the CF64V is fairly easy. DF64V, I have no complaints with it as well when it comes to the maintenance. And yeah, but I prefer the CF64V a little bit more because of the knocker. So I don't really have to think much about a 3-second shoot before I start my grinding and everything. Just a knocker and a bellow and it's done. If I'm really, really paranoid, a shoot swipe would be great, but the knocker is good enough. So that's based on my experience. Next, we're going to be looking at the grind set scale.